So we're in a bear market, but you're right here, right now, which is a good thing, which means you've probably got the edge on most people. Soon enough, a few months time from now, maybe even 6 to 12 months, you're going to get everyone, every man, every dog, every Tom, Dick and Harry telling you alt seasons coming. Ethereum's this, Ethereum's that. You've seen the videos before, but I'm making this video now when no one's shouting about it. And the reason I'm making this video now is because these are the times when the money's made. I know you've probably watched a video in the past where you're looking at Ethereum hitting its all-time high of whatever it was, $4,500, $5,000, whatever it was, and you looked at it and you thought, oh, I wish I bought back down there, back down there. Back down there is what this video is about, right? We're talking about the levels where you should be buying. Is Ethereum cheap? Yes, it's cheap, and I'll show you in this video how I know that. Are we gonna buy it yet? Not yet. When are we gonna buy Ethereum? That's what we're gonna get into now. So in this video, I'm gonna cover how I'm reading Ethereum, the levels I'm actually interested in, and why being early on something like Ethereum doesn't cost you a little bit, it costs you loads. Welcome to the Ethereum Retirement Playbook. I'm just kidding, it's a Bitcoin Retirement Playbook, but I know you guys are interested in Ethereum because, let's face it, we're all interested in Ethereum. Okay, 3 things in this video. Number 1, why I treat Ethereum as a bit of a barometer, an oscillator for all altcoins. Altcoin's a dirty word. Number 2, what the Ethereum logarithmic bands are telling me about ETH, and why being near the bottom is only half the story. And number 3, the exact conditions and levels I want to see before I start to get interested in ETH and distracting myself away from Bitcoin, the leader, to something like ETH, which is actually a decent altcoin to hold if you're going to. But at the moment, the risk-reward ratio is not quite there, and I'll get into that as well. Okay, I made this video because more recently I did a portfolio update up here, and there was more questions on ETH. I talked about ETH before, people love it, but that's a 20-minute video about my portfolio update, my reading the market, things like that. If you've got the time, it's well worth the watch, but this one is just about ETH because I know people are interested in just about ETH. That's why I'm wearing a tank top, that's why I'm sat in my lounge, that's why it's a much more casual one. It's a breakaway from my usual studio environment, but it's also a breakaway from the usual Bitcoin stuff I do. But I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't interested in ETH. But not at these levels, not yet. Obviously, this is not financial advice. Kind of is, but it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I have been part of every bull run, bear market, gold run, rug pull, alt season, and I'm still standing here today. And Bitcoin's the only reason I've got a shot at retirement. This is the Bitcoin Retirement Playbook. 3 years ago, I speculatively made an investment for $1,500 in Bitcoin, and over the last 3 years, I've rotated in and out of the market and given myself like a 670, 630% return because I stick to a risk system. And for the first time ever, I've made that risk system available to you guys. You can subscribe to it below. There's a 14-day free trial. It's called the Allocator. Yeah, I know, super cool name. But basically, all the data I go through every day in the charts, things that I pay for, things that cost a lot of money, I use this system to manage my own Bitcoin portfolio. I'm very good at it. I'm gonna put a chart on the screen now which shows you my 8 rotations in the last 3 years. Even my worst trade made 3%. I hate saying this, but I've never lost a trade because it's fact. I'll probably lose one day, but so far my risk system has given me such a brilliant return, beats buy and hold, and now I'm trying to turn it into a business. That same system that works for me, I'm gonna give it to you guys. Not for free, obviously, I'm not an idiot. But there is a free trial and you can see if it works for you. You've got 14 days, hit the link below, subscribe. If you like it, great, continue paying for it. If you don't, just cancel it and don't come back. Because portfolio updates and things, they'll come out here frequently. But if you want to know on the day, when I'm in the market, when I'm out the market, when I'm holding Bitcoin or rotated back into stables, you'll be the first to know. Your capital will be safe, not financial advice. Like I said before, this is one of those videos that people just don't make. People don't talk about buying Ethereum on red days, on bear markets. So if you're watching this now, well done you, because you're probably the ones paying attention. You're the ones that will probably make money. While people, retail plebs, are scurrying in at all-time highs, you'll probably be out the market by then with decent profit. So kudos to you. So first thing you need to know, right? Ethereum's an oscillator for Bitcoin. Think of Ethereum as like a barometer, right? So imagine it like the tide, right? Tide comes in a harbor, right? Bitcoin's a sea, the boats are altcoins. When the sea comes up a little bit, the boats fly up and they're bobbing about and stuff, and the gains are great and it's up and down. But when the tide goes out, Bitcoin goes down, everything crashes down, sits there, boats are left stranded. Now, Ethereum is the biggest, best boat, but it still gets stranded. In crypto, we talk a little bit about the flow of capital. We didn't see it too much last bull run. We saw Bitcoin rotate into Ethereum. Ethereum sort of touched on its all-time highs, but it didn't reach new heights that everyone was expecting. That didn't happen because retail never came to the bull run. You got Donald Trump to thank for that. He decided to rug everyone, and so did the president of Argentina with his Libra coin, whatever it was, a Libara coin. That's why retail didn't come back last time. The two presidents scared everybody off. But don't worry, because I think Donald Trump and his family made $1 billion. $1 billion, yeah. Cheers, Donald. The gift that keeps on giving. So Ethereum does offer more upside than Bitcoin, but it does give you more downside. And when you're holding a portfolio like I am for my retirement fund, and you use a system like I do, which is all about capital preservation, Ethereum is a contradiction of what I'm trying to achieve. The system, the strategy, they just don't mix. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in Ethereum at certain levels. On screen now, I'm going to show you the Ethereum logarithmic bands. Basically, Ethereum is at the bottom of those bands. Again, going back to the harbor thing, right? You've got the measuring stick on the wall, right? You've got high tide, low tide, right? Ethereum is actually at low tide now. Is it cheap? Yes. Is it at low tide? Yes. Can the tide go a bit lower? Hell yeah, of course it can. I think the tide will go a bit lower. Not a prediction, but as it sits right now, Bitcoin and Ethereum pose a very similar risk-reward ratio. When you look at the all-time highs, Bitcoin 126K, Ethereum 5,000-ish K, whatever it was, 4.5. Don't really do the numbers, I just do data and flows. When you measure the bottoms to the tops where we are, you know, you're looking at a very, very similar risk to reward ratio. It's my belief that Bitcoin is still in a bear market. We do have further to go. Q3, Q4 is when I'll start to pay attention. I think we'll have a little rally in July and summer. And I think that will go lower, which means that Ethereum will go lower also. I think we'll drop a bit lower at these logarithmic bands like we have previously. So is Ethereum cheap? Yeah, it's cheap. Will it be cheaper? I think so. The reason I know Ethereum's cheap is, number one, it is on its arse in terms of the logarithmic bands, but also we're seeing a lot of institutional accumulation on Ethereum. It's flying off exchanges, it's being locked up, it's being staked. The Bitcoin retirement playbook is all about mimicking and replicating institutional trading behavior. I subscribe to the same data that these guys do, your Glassnode, Swissblock, Capriol Investments, Helios Analytics. These are reports I pay for on a monthly basis. The same reports those guys are getting. The only difference is I don't really have a Harvard economics degree, but I've been part of 3 cycles and I've been in crypto more than these dudes. But as I said before, it's not enough for me. Ethereum is cheap, and if you've got billions in capital in a hedge fund, yeah, great, buy it now because it's cheap. That's great for them, but I don't have billions of dollars sat in a hedge fund. I've got £10,000 sat in a bloody wallet. So my decisions need to be a little bit more considered. And I have to be true to my Bitcoin system, you know? My risk system is all about capital preservation. Something like Ethereum or any other alt is exactly how you blow up a pot of money very, very quickly. And then you're riding it all the way down to the bottom. You've got to wait for it to come back up again. I want to get my timing absolutely nailed on with this. Now, no one can time the bottom, but Ethereum won't hit its bottom until Bitcoin hits its bottom. And personally, I don't think we're there yet. So the accumulation that I'm seeing does move Ethereum up on my watch list, but it's not enough for me to buy yet or take a bit of my retirement portfolio and chuck it in ETH. I still might not do that yet. I might just have to try and raise a bit more income, a bit more capital. Hopefully my Allocator, my Bitcoin system email product might pay me a bit more, guys. The biggest test for me is where I have enough conviction, the risk reward to ratio, to take a portion of my portfolio and stick it in ETH. So to wrap it up nice and quickly, honest answer, I'm not buying ETH right now. I am watching it. The bullish signals, the accumulation I'm seeing, that's pushed it up my watch list. The logarithmic bands, they're telling me that we are cheap, but I think we'll go cheaper. If you want to find out when I'm buying ETH, you can do so. You can subscribe to this channel and listen to my updates. But if you want to be the first person to know whether I'm gonna buy back into Bitcoin or even ETH, it's gonna happen in the Allocator, my paid subscription product. It's a thing that has kept me out of every major drawdown for the last 3 years. I can do the same for you. So that's it, guys, short one today. And the reason I'm making it today is because Bitcoin Retirement Playbook is usually my studio, fancy lighting, things like that. I'll talk about Bitcoin, but today I'm talking about, so I thought I'd take it away from the studio, do it on my couch, do it on my Gymshark tank top. And the other thing is I want to get a lot more content out more regularly and doing it in a more casual way like this. So you learn a bit more about me and who I am and my nuances. That's why I'm filming it this way. If you like it, let me know. I'm only making this content for you guys. I mean, I want you to subscribe to Allocator, obviously, and I'll be releasing some courses soon about how to to buy Bitcoin safely, compliantly, the same way institutions and hedge funds do, and shelter it in tax-free wrappers. Yes, guys, tax-free Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's possible, it's true. If you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel, because in the next few videos, I'll be talking to the chief exec of a financial platform, an FCA accredited platform, who are the only ones with a tax wrapper, an ISA tax wrapper, where you can hold exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're the only ones, and I'm talking to them on my channel. Big moves coming, bruv. All right, that's it for now.